The Men in Black Fact or Fiction, welcome to the channel. Today we're diving deep into some seriously weird shit, man. We're talking about the Men in Black, yeah, you know, those dudes in the black suits, always lurking around UFO sightings. Ooh, you might think it's all Hollywood, but the idea of the Men in Black goes way back before Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones. We're talking real-life encounters, government conspiracies, the whole nine yards. So buckle up, because we're about to uncover the top real facts about these enigmatic figures. Okay, so picture this. It's 1947, right after World War II. People are on edge, tensions are high, and then boom. The whole UFO thing explodes in the public consciousness. It all starts with this guy, Harold Dahl, out in Washington State. He's out on his boat just doing his thing when he sees 6 donut-shaped objects flying around in the sky. Now Dahl, he freaks out a little, right? I mean, wouldn't you? So he hightails it back to shore, but the story doesn't end there. The next day, a dude in a black suit shows up at his door. This guy, he's straight out of Central Casting, black suit, black hat, the whole shebang. Dahl, he's weirded out, but he invites the guy in, and this is where it gets really strange. The guy in the suit starts telling Dahl all this crazy stuff about how he knows what Dahl saw, knows he shouldn't have talked about it, and warns him to keep his mouth shut. Dahl, he's completely shaken by this encounter. I mean, this is 1947. Nobody's even heard of the Men in Black yet. So he tells his story to a few people, including this guy, Kenneth Arnold, who was actually a pretty well-known pilot at the time. Arnold, he's skeptical at first, but then he starts hearing similar stories from other pilots, other people who claim to have seen UFOs, and then they get a visit from these mysterious men in black suits. It's like something out of a Twilight Zone episode. This whole thing, it becomes this huge deal. The media picks it up, people are freaking out, and the government, they're denying everything, but the stories, they just keep coming. And that's really the beginning of the Men in Black phenomenon. It's like, what the hell was going on? Was it some kind of government cover-up? Were these guys from another planet? Or was it all just a bunch of Cold War paranoia and mass hysteria? Whatever it was, it captured the public imagination. And over the years, the stories just kept getting weirder and weirder. So, who are these Men in Black? That's the million-dollar question, right? Some people, they think they're government agents, part of some super-secret organization that nobody's supposed to know about. Think about it. The government, they're always hush-hush about UFOs, right? They deny everything, claim it's national security, that kind of thing. So it makes sense that they'd have some kind of cleanup crew, some guys whose job it is to shut people up who've seen too much. And the way these Men in Black operate, it's like they're reading from some government handbook. They show up in their suits, they flash their badges, they threaten people, they intimidate them. It's like they're trying to scare people into silence. But then there's the other side of the coin. Some people, they think the Men in Black, they're not from around here. They think they're aliens themselves, or maybe some kind of interdimensional beings, something beyond our comprehension. And when you look at some of the stories, it's easy to see why people would think that. I mean, these guys, they show up out of nowhere. They often have these strange appearances like pale skin, unusual eyes. Sometimes they even speak in this weird monotone voice, and the things they say, it's like they're not even trying to make sense. They'll talk about things that don't exist, use weird technology. It's like they're from another planet or another dimension. So, which is it? Are they government agents or aliens? Honestly, nobody knows for sure, and that's what makes this whole thing so damn intriguing. Chapter 3, Theories and Speculations. Let me tell you, the theories about the Men in Black, they get pretty wild, man. We're talking next-level conspiracy stuff. Some folks, they think these guys are time travelers, sent back from the future to prevent some kind of paradox. Think about it. They show up after UFO sightings, right? Maybe they're trying to make sure we don't learn too much about extraterrestrial life before we're ready. Or maybe they're trying to prevent us from making contact altogether because they know it'll lead to some kind of disaster. Then there's the whole psychic phenomenon angle. Some people, they think the Men in Black, they're not even physical beings. They think that there's some kind of psychic projection sent to mess with people's minds, make them doubt what they saw, make them question their own sanity. And you know what? Some of the stories, they kind of back that up. People talk about how the Men in Black, they seem to appear and disappear at will, like they're not really there. They say they have this weird effect on electronics, like their presence disrupts everything around them. It's like they're not bound by the same laws of physics as the rest of us, and that's a terrifying thought, man, to think that there might be these beings out there, these entities that can manipulate reality itself. Of course, then you've got your more grounded theories. Some people, they think the Men in Black, they're just a product of our collective imagination. They say it's all just folklore, urban legends, stories that have been passed down and embellished over time. And you know, there's probably some truth to that. I mean, people love a good mystery, right? We love to be scared. We love to believe in something bigger than ourselves. But still, even if it's all just stories, it makes you wonder, right? Why are we so fascinated by the idea of these mysterious figures, these shadowy agents operating in the fringes of society? Maybe it's because deep down we all crave a little mystery in our lives. We all want to believe that there's more to this world than meets the eye. Chapter 4, Pop Culture Influence. Let's be real, man. The Men in Black, they've infiltrated pop culture like nobody's business. I mean, think about it. Movies, TV shows, comic books, video games, you name it, they're everywhere. And it all started with the comics, man. Back in the early 90s, there was this comic book series called The Men in Black, and it was awesome. It had all the classic elements, the shadowy government organization, the alien encounters, the weird technology, the whole 9 yards. But then in 1997, everything changed. That's when the first Men in Black movie came out, and it blew everyone's minds. Will Smith, Tommy Lee Jones, that movie was pure gold. It was funny, it was action-packed. It had great special effects, and it introduced the whole Men in Black mythology to a whole new generation. And the franchise, it just kept going. There were sequels. There was an animated series, there were video games, hell, there was even a theme park ride. The Men in Black, they were everywhere, but it wasn't just the movies and TV shows, man. The whole Men in Black aesthetic, it seeped into everything, fashion, music, art, you name it, it was everywhere. And you know what? It's not hard to see why. There's something undeniably cool about the Men in Black. The suits, the sunglasses, the attitude, it's like they're the epitome of cool and mysterious. But beyond the coolness factor, I think there's something more to it. I think the Men in Black, they tap into something deep within our collective psyche. They represent the unknown, the mysterious, the things that go bump in the night. And in a world that's increasingly becoming more and more predictable, more and more mundane, I think people are drawn to that sense of mystery, that sense of wonder. Chapter 5, Real-Life Encounters. Now, here's the thing about the Men in Black. It's not just stories and legends, man. There are people out there, everyday folks, who claim to have had real-life encounters with these guys. And I'm not talking about some blurry photos or grainy videos. I'm talking about face-to-face encounters, conversations, the whole 9 yards. Now, I know what you're thinking. These people, they're crazy, right? They're making it up, they're seeing things, they're probably just attention seekers. And hey, maybe some of them are, but there are just too many stories, too many similarities to dismiss them all as hoaxes or delusions. Take this one case, for example. Back in the 70s, there was this guy, Robert Richardson, who claimed to have been abducted by aliens. He said he was driving home one night when he saw this bright light in the sky, and the next thing he knew, he was on board this spaceship, being examined by these strange beings. Now, Richardson, he told his story to the authorities. He even went on TV to talk about it. And guess what? A few days later, he gets a visit from 2 men in black suits. These guys, they show up at his door, they flash their badges, they tell him they're from the government, and they start asking him all these questions about his abduction. But here's the thing. These guys, they didn't act like any government agents Richardson had ever met before. They were cold, they were emotionless, they spoke in this weird, monotone voice, and they seemed to know things about his abduction that he hadn't told anyone. Richardson, he was freaked out, man. He said he felt like these guys, they weren't even human. He said they had this aura about them, this sense of power and menace that he couldn't explain. And Richardson's story, it's not unique. There are countless other cases just like it. People who claim to have had encounters with the Men in Black after UFO sightings, after alien abductions, after any kind of paranormal experience. So, what's the deal? Are these people telling the truth? Are they really being visited by these mysterious figures? Honestly, I don't know. But I'll tell you this, the more I learn about the Men in Black, the more I realize that there's something truly strange going on out there. Outra, the truth is out there. Well, there you have it, folks. The men in black. Are they government agents, aliens, time travelers, interdimensional beings, or just a figment of our collective imagination? Honestly, I don't have the answers. But I think that's what makes this whole topic so fascinating. It's a mystery wrapped in an enigma, and it's a mystery that's likely to remain unsolved for a long, long time. But hey, that's just my take. What do you guys think? Have you ever had an encounter with the men in black? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, thanks for watching.